So guys, today back from a video on the channel today. I'm going to be talking about the Newcastle United versus Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge. It ended 2-1 to Chelsea, but it was a lot more positive to watch and we did create a lot of chances, and I thought we were quite unlucky not to get a second goal, but we'll be going over what happened in the game, the player ratings. But saying this now, we are in relegation zone, so this next game versus Cardiff is a massive game. As we know, we're 18th with 18 points and Cardiff are 17th with 19 points, so it's a massive game next week. I'll see them videos coming out soon, but we'll start off by looking at the game. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into the video. So I'll start off by going over the stats, and I'll talk over what happened at the game and describing the goals as best as I can from just watching it from the stream. Thanks to anyone who watched the stream, but the stats. They did have 66% possession, we had 34. Apart from that, everything was even. They had 10 shots, we had 9 shots. They had 6 on target, we had 2 on target. They had 8 corners, we had 5 corners. So you would expect Chelsea to win this game. You would expect them to have the better team. You would expect them to have everything better than us. And fair play to our lads, we had a very weak team out with 2 centre midfielders, 1 Longstaff playing a full 90 minutes, and he played really, really well. And Hayden, who wants to leave the club, and he wasn't like terrible bad, but he didn't have the greatest of performances. But starting off the game, they score a goal with Pedro, Kevin Clark mistake. It's a long ball up, and it's Richie as well. Richie's like on Pedro, then just leaves him. So Clark's like, oh shit, what do I do? He's got to run back, try and defend, and he can't really do out. Pedro touches down, chips over to Fabregas 1-0, and I'm thinking it's going to end 3-4-0. It's going to be a depressing game. We're not going to enjoy it, but we'll start getting to the game. We'll start have a little chance to move on. We're just starting to get a lot more chances, and it was a little bit more positive. And then we get a corner. Richie's on it, looping ball in, and fair play to Kevin Clark. Fantastic header. He's got 3 goals this season. He's done better than Hosseloob. It tells you everything about this club at the minute. Kevin Clark scored more goals than Hosseloob, but the second half starts, I'm like, you never know, I'll take a 1-1, but if we lose 2-1, it's obviously 0 points, but it's a positive performance. And when you see Willian, if you haven't seen Willian's goal, watch Match of the Day, because it's a worldie. And there is a couple of mistakes, and I remember this goal quite clearly. So they get, oh sorry, it's kicking the light. So they have a counter attack, and they've run up the field. They've got, I think it's someone with Lascelles and Hayden all go to Hazard, and I don't know why, but Yedlin just gets sucked into that, which leaves Willian open. Yedlin knows that, he's left him open, runs back, he's got a lot more time on the ball to control it the way he wants it. He gets on his right boot, it's a curling shot right in the top right corner from the left hand side of the box, and you can't do nothing about them. It's a fantastic goal, and you've got to give it to them. We'll do the player ratings now, so if I just quickly go to the team sheet. Rafa did only make 2 subs in this game, and it was a double substitution. So starting off, Martin de Fabregas, he was very good. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Against Man United, he was shocking, poor. Not just off the mistake, he did have a poor game. Today was a lot more better. That save against Pedro in the second half, that was a big save. DeAndre Yedlin, for me, he did struggle, but he did try and help the attack. He done okay. I'll give him a 5, 6. You put your player rating down below as well. Florian Lejeune, fantastic to see him back in the Premier League, and absolutely solid. And he was really, really good. He was really, really good. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to say though, not against Cardiff, because I think that's too big of a game to try new things, but try Lejeune and Fernandez. I think it's a sign that he hasn't played Fernandez in this game to keep him for Cardiff. For me, Florian Lejeune, I'm going to have to give him a 7 or an 8, one of the two. Jamal Lascelles, he had that injury where his like, knee started bleeding. It wasn't like the worst injury in the world, but his knee started bleeding, which wasn't good to see, and he carried on playing. But for me, Lascelles was quite solid. He did have a couple of mistakes there and there, but he had a decent performance. I'll give him a 6 or a 7. I'll give him a 6. He wasn't great, he wasn't fantastic, but he done the job, and against a team like Chelsea with Hazard, Willian, Pedro up top, you can't really expect them to do absolutely fantastic. Kieran Clark, I'm going to give him a 7 just because of the goal. If it wasn't for the goal, I would have given him a 5. For me, he cannot defend. He can sometimes like he's like not a consistent player. He can highly tackle in and be absolutely fantastic, or he can stand there like a melon and not do anything. But his goal was great today. I'll give him a 7 for that. Matt Ritchie, the one who got the assist for today's game, he was decent. He tried to work. He tries to get things working, and I'll give Ritchie a 6. Ritchie was on left wing back, and then we'll start with the 2 centre midfielders. We'll start off with Isaac Hayden. We can tell he wants to leave. To be fair, sometimes he was putting in some good tackles, but when you look at it, sometimes it looked like he wanted to get a red card if he did. So, for me, Kieran Clark, what am I saying? Isaac Hayden, I'll give him a 6. He wasn't great, he wasn't fantastic, but you can tell he wants to leave, and when he does leave, good luck to him. Longstaff, for me, he wasn't man of the match. My man of the match probably was Lejeune. I'll change the delivery. Lejeune gets an 8. Wait, I can't remember what I said for him, but Longstaff was really good. I'm going to give him a 7. To see how young he is and he's doing this in the Premier League, it's fantastic to see. You know, really do want to see him a lot more. And I think he should play against Blackburn on Tuesday night. I think it'll be a good game for him and give him a lot more experience. And like an away game, he done well today, because he won't start against Cardiff. If injuries happen, he might. But for me, Longstaff was quite good. Now on to the 2 wingers. We'll start with Ayuso Perez. He's on the left hand side. Then he was drifting at the calm. He wasn't great. He wasn't fantastic. Penalty incident. But I was streaming. People were saying it was a pen. For me, it was never a pen. But for me, Ayuso Perez, he did struggle. I'll give him a 6. Christian Atsu, I'll give him a 7. He created chances. He's crossing and like end result and stuff isn't good enough, and he did admit that himself, which is very brave of him on an interview with NUFC TV. For me, Christian Atsu gets a 7, and finally Salomon Rondon up top. He was trying to create chances, but I tell you what though, it's hard for him when he's getting balls like hoofed up to him from the centre backs to try and do something, but he wins headers, he gets chances going, and I'm going to give Rondon a 7. So everyone, that's going to be the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like on this, comment, subscribe if you're new. Yes, I will be live on YouTube again for the game against Blackburn. So make sure to be on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the match preview versus Blackburn soon. Thanks for watching, and yes, goodbye.